Hi everyone, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to go over some of the features within this current release of Moodle, since it seems like some students might be struggling a little bit with it. Now bear in mind though, we upgrade Moodle fairly frequently at CPCC with any kind of open source software like Moodle. There are pretty frequent updates, and so things may change. The best thing to do is to get used to looking for solutions when you have a problem. If there's something that's not working for your workflow, consider the fact that the developers of the software package probably thought about that, and they've probably identified a solution. You just need to identify where it is and find it so that you can apply it for your needs. In this case, I want to talk a little bit about navigating and also your updates. Now, when you log into Moodle, this may be what you see. I've tried to set this up to where I'm logged in more as a student, and I'm seeing the same things you're seeing. Now, first off, if you're new to Moodle and new to online learning, the first thing I might notice is this big header here that says Moodle Tutorials. And if you look down, there's a Moodle Essential Training for Students. So that might be really useful for you if you're new to Moodle. This could show you how to get around in Moodle and some of the features that are available to you in this release, which is Moodle 2. Now the next thing I want you to notice are all of these other sidebars. And this is probably what yours looks like. It may be a little bit different, but obviously you find your course by navigating to My Courses. And when we come to this course, in this case right now we're talking about the summer session of 2013 Web 140. And this is probably what your course shell looks like. Now you notice as well that once you navigate to what's due for Module 1, you still have the same navigation. But as soon as you go into one of the assignments, that navigation looks different now, and that may be causing you some problems. You'll notice the helpful links section has disappeared. Now we've got only persisting navigation and settings. Now if we decided we wanted to keep those, but we didn't want to use so much screen real estate with them, for one, I would recommend you take a look at the options that are available to you. If you scroll over any of the buttons that you see, then you'll get a tooltip. Now this one's the one I want to talk about. This says Move This to the Dock. Now when I click that, you'll notice I now have an additional sidebar that looks like the top ribbon, and my navigation bar is there to where I can get to everything from there. That's more useful to me. That's usually what I would do for my workflow. Same thing with my settings. So now we have the entire assignment just available in that method. Now I also had a student saying that they didn't receive a notification that I had given them feedback. Now this is something that is entirely within your control as well. You need to take a look at that for your settings too, and you'll notice when we are within the assignment and we roll over settings, it's telling us how this particular forum, the Getting Started Assignment Forum, is administered, and it is an optional subscription. That means it's your choice. That way you're not going to get bombarded with emails that you do or do not want. Most of the forums in this course, most of the assignment forums, are optional. The only ones that are required are questions and discussions and the news forum. So if you want to get updates from a specific forum, you're going to need to subscribe to it yourself. Another way to handle some of your notification settings would be to look at your profile settings. Now, we've already done this to set up our Moodle profile, but when you come to Edit Profile within your settings, you'll be taken to the page that shows your Moodle profile. Now, you've been dealing with this block, trying to customize and personalize your settings, but if you didn't take time to read some of these things up here, it might be good to revisit. Notice we've got email displays, we've got email format, so this lets you know how you're going to get those emails, if they're plain text or if you want them in HTML. You may want to go ahead and get them in HTML because I do tend to try to make things bold or provide hyperlinks if you need them, or links to video tutorials, and so it's not a bad idea to have them in HTML. That makes it easier for you to receive that information. But also you've got email digest type and forum auto subscribe. You've also got forum tracking. These are pretty important settings that are completely within your control. There's nothing that I can do to help you with that. You're going to have to opt into those things yourself. So the email digest type is asking when you get an email, and a digest means a collection of everything that happened within a period of time. You can select how you want that to come. You'll notice that mine's set up to where I just get the subjects of posts once a day so I can see what kind of activity has taken place in this class. This will happen for all of your classes in Moodle, but you can choose between several different options there. Now you also have forum auto subscribe. You notice I've got it set to not automatically subscribe me to forums. The other option is when you post to be subscribed to it. Now any students who are upset because you feel like you're getting too many emails and too many updates from Moodle and you're missing the important emails, this is what you'd want to take care of. Tell it not to automatically subscribe you to any forums, and you'll reduce dramatically the amount of email that you're getting from Moodle. Now the next one is forum tracking. This one's really important. If this one is not turned on, you probably do want to turn it on. This is why you're not getting a notification, if you're not, that you've had some sort of response to your forum. Now you'll notice you can have it keep track of the posts that you've seen, or have it highlight new posts. Now this is going to do it for all students, so if your classmates post something in the forum, it's going to highlight that assignment and let you know that something new has happened in that forum. But this is a pretty important post as well. Now, when editing text, some of you have talked about not being able to get this WYSIWYG formatter, this Moodle text formatter at the top of your block. Notice when editing text you have a choice: standard web forms or HTML editor. What you want is the HTML editor. So some of these things may be set by default. I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've reviewed the settings for Moodle, but I do want you to be aware that they are available to you and that they are entirely your responsibility for your own profile. This is a way to make sure that you can manage your updates a little bit more effectively. Now, for those who have not completed this part of the Moodle profile assignment, please do that, because you must do that in order to move on. But everything else should have been explained within the Getting Started assignment tutorials. So hopefully this is helpful information for you. Hopefully this is going to help you manage your course just a little bit more effectively. As always, if you have any questions, make sure to post them in the question and discussion forum, and either I or one of your classmates who already knows the answer will be able to help you. Good luck!